My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. I've been watching mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the throne. My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the... I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, overfolding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how this just happened, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture status.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, 3.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Off the play fake. Royal. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Royal. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Royal. Go force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready. They did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off play action. Bridges. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down.
Throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, Bridges. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bridges. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mo Alley-Cox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Out of the gun now on third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. Down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
On fourth down, Royal. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, Bridges. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Operating from the gun, Royal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Running right, here's Walker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the gun on 3rd down, Royal. Throw out wide to Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Operating from the gun, Royal. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give up the middle to Akers. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, Bridges. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Bridges. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bridges. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Bridges. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go,
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
This is taken at about the 14. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Operating from the gun, Bridges. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Royal. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That's the number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of. Cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down. Yeah, nobody leaked, big play. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play. Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Bridges. Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there. On first down, Bridges. That's going to be caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Looking to throw. Bridges. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On fourth down, Royal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bridges. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Okay, ready.
3 yards remain for second down. Back to throw. Bridges. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
19 Wyatt.
Off play action. Royal going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Where'd you pull that one from? You know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Bridges. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one. And it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Royal. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Royal. And Walker has it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
A give for Walker running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Royal. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
19 White. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, Royal. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but your starting running back finishes the game with average of 5 or 6 yards per touch. You'll take that every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bridges. That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down. Bridges will check this down to Akers out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on second down. Bridges. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they need was to lose the possession.
And what I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Bridges. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Royal. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Okay, break.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about, it's a game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week. Often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast